Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy and we're just going to, see what comes out in these cards and we'll go from there. Because I have no idea where we're going today, but we're about to find out in about 2 more shuffles. Okay? 1, 2. Okay, what is today's topic of the day? Ambition and drive. Ambition and drive and reflection. So, and then at the bottom of the deck, disorder. So it's like ambition and drive is what we're going towards, okay? And we're reflecting on the disorder that has gone on in the past. And that's kind of appropriate because, we've had a lot of experiences lately that's been causing us to go more on the inside and do a lot of self-reflection and figure out where we want to go in life. A lot of different types of, situations are, coming up out of the blue. People that we haven't met or talked to in a long time are coming forward and speaking truth. People are quitting their jobs and deciding they're wanting to do something that makes them more happier. It's retrograde season. So it's like you're definitely being supported in the energy to create a massive change, both internally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever it is, and physically. So it's like you're making changes on the inside of you, which is like the beginning part of this month that a lot of the energies have been supporting, have been more of an internal process. And now towards the end of the month, it feels more like external, situations that are coming clear, making sure that everybody's, making the choices that they want to make in life rather than feel obligated to make choices that make somebody else happy, because life isn't always about making somebody else happy. Yeah, that makes us feel good and we can tell ourselves, making you happy makes me happy. But does it really? Does it really make you happy? Or are you just saying that? Yeah, you love to see the people that you love and care about happy, but are you really happy? Are you making the choices in your life that make you happy? Like, are you following your dreams? Is the people that around you supporting your dreams like you are supporting theirs? It has to go both ways. Because if that energy of support is not going both ways, then it's very off kilter and you can't build a strong foundation like this, where one person is doing the majority of the support while the other person's just kind of just there, hit and miss. So you got to make sure that it's balanced. It's even, even Steven. Because if not, you're going to set yourself up for possible, disappointment in your life, burdens and struggles, hardships, things like that aren't necessary. But remember, life is how you choose it. So if you choose to do those things and you get those burdens and those, hardships, you're choosing to have those burdens and those hardships. And you don't have to. You don't have to do that. You could choose to do something else. All is never lost. So, don't give up on yourself. Sometimes the best of us have to lose ourselves to find ourselves again. That tale of getting lost in the desert and being found by, some shaman that has all the answers for us. But it turns out that we had the answers for ourselves, inside ourselves the whole time. Sometimes we just have to realize that we do have the answers inside of us. We just have to trust ourselves, and do whatever we're called to do. Do whatever our heart's feeling and, the things that you're passionate about. Because life isn't always about just giving. You have to also allow yourself to receive good things in life. Miracles don't just land in your lap. You have to accept miracles to be able to receive them. Because if you're not receiving them, how are you going to get them? Things like that. Okay. So we got the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So it's like you're wanting to make a move in a direction that you're wanting to go into. There's a lot of fiery passion. There's a lot going on here. So orange and yellow is a lot about creativity and about really doing things that really drive you, that light a fire underneath you that gives you that drive, that ambition, the things that like spark those moments where it literally inspires you to do something that you really want to do, or something that you've been wanting to do that you've just kind of put off for a long time as if, oh, it'll never happen, but you never know, maybe it will, And then also there is a lot of lizards. Okay, lizards and stuff like that. So lizards and all that is about transformation. And they're going in a circle too. So it's like the circle of transformation. So it's like the cycle of transforming your passions and your fiery desires. Okay. And that's exactly what we're doing, is we're going into a moment where things are happening. They are changing. Okay. So we've got the 5 of Wands on the top. So it seems like you're fighting yourself. You could be fighting yourself on the inside. It could be that struggle of, oh, do I have everything in me to be able to accomplish this or not? But the thing is like, you can fight with yourself about doing it all you want to, but all you're doing is prolonging the inevitable decision that eventually you'll have to make. It's either do or don't. That's it. There is no try. There's no such thing as try. Let me try to pull a card off this deck. I can do it or I can't do it. I can't, there's no such thing as trying to do it. So, either stop fighting with yourself and just go do what you choose to do, or choose to keep fighting yourself and keep living in a life that you don't really like. Next thing we have is the Emperor. Funny. So this is about embodying your inner strength, embodying your power, embodying the things that make you passionate and creative. Okay. So he's got a crown of jewels on the top of his head. So he is very aware of his surroundings, the knowledge that he has, and he sees that his intuition and the things that he's experienced in his life has made him into seeing things in a different perspective. Okay. So, and not only that, but he's also very secure in himself. Okay, we also have this right here, the little scepter with a circle at the top. Okay, so this could be a representation of being stuck in the mind space and the ego. So the Emperor card can be egotistical. Okay, so it's being too overly proud of the knowledge that you have. Okay, so just be mindful of that if that's your situation or not. I don't really feel like it is, but for a very select few of you, I feel that you have a lot of self-pride and it's rubbing off in a negative way. And that could also lead us into being back in the same cycles where then we're fighting with our mind space on the knowledge. And then that comes to a part where you're overthinking all the time. And then when you're overthinking about decisions and you're overconfident, sometimes that can lead to doubt and second guessing yourself. That's could be for some of you. Okay. Next we have is the Death card. This is about endings and renewals. Okay. So the white horse is innocent. It brings about innocence, new foundations, new found strength, stuff like that. Okay. And it looks like the king is on the ground, which could be the Emperor. So, because he's kind of wearing the same outfit. I don't know if you can see, but he's wearing blue and he's wearing blue too, but the blue is covered up. Okay. It's almost like he's hiding his pride in a way. So this is like conquering your pride and your ego of being too full of yourself and finding balance to find just the right amount of it. Okay. So what else here? The skeleton's got a really, really smiley face, but he's also walking towards the Hierophant. And like there's 2 pillars here. Okay, 2 pillars and sunshine. So it's like leaving the old things and the old habits that have gotten ourselves stuck in negative habits and walking towards new beginnings. Okay, so it's like literally making that decision to end the fighting and to pick up the things that you're passionate about. Okay. Okay. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Pentacles. So it seems like you're working hard. You've been working hard at, whatever financial thing you're doing. You've been working hard at like any kind of business, and things like that. But you're just like sitting there waiting for it to come back to you. It's like you're waiting for the abundance of your hard work to return to you. The next we have is the 10 of Pentacles, which signifies that yes, it is coming. Okay. So there are brighter, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There are brighter days. Okay. So you just have to trust that it is coming, but you have to be able to receive. Okay. Trust that whatever you put out there will come back to you. Sometimes we have to be patient. Okay. So one more on finance and we're going to move to a different subject. So let's see, any advice? One more shuffle I'm feeling, and then we'll see what the advice is. Okay. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. About making things happen, okay? Making the things that you want to happen. Next we have is the Queen of Swords. Okay. So this is being strong in your decisions and your choices, being secure in yourself, but doing it in a nurturing way that will nurture your path and not distract you and bring you back into another, position. Now there's clouds all over. So this is like cloud 9. So it's like, and there's a butterfly at the bottom of her chair. Actually, a bunch of butterflies at the bottom of her chair. So that means transforming into a butterfly. So, literally trust and, have faith that all of the hard work that you've been doing is transforming your life into something beautiful. Just be secure in it and nurture the emotions of like that internal self-worth, because you're worthy of all of, the good that's coming to you, especially since this has been saying that you've been working for it. Okay. You've been working really hard to achieve those goals. So, just continue to have faith and strength in yourself, that all of that hard work's going to pay off. And you won't have to work so hard anymore. Okay. So now we're going to go into love portion. Okay. Ooh. Oh, 5. Okay, there we go. So I was told 5. So in numerology, 5 is about great change. So it could be like this huge, change that's coming up. Okay, so we're starting in the past position. So in the past, there's been 9 of Swords. A lot of things, a lot of heartache that's kept you up late at night. Things that literally have made you worry. Things that weren't very happy. Things that literally brought you down, made you sad, made you not, motivated. It literally got you in a stagnated energy. So it's like waking up in Groundhog's Day, over and over again, like you're in purgatory and stuff like that. It's like an ongoing nightmare that just seemed like it never ended. Okay. But it looks like, okay, we've got the 6 of Wands. So it looks like you ended that cycle. You took victory on that cycle and you're moving away from it in a loving and creative way. And you're doing so confidently. So it seems like you already had left a hurtful situation. Okay. Which is good. Good for you. And that's part of loving yourself too. Is sometimes taking yourself out of situations that were not always the best. So we have the Ten of Cups. So this is what's coming up now. Okay. So what happened is living in a nightmare. What you did just now or recently or happened getting through, you're done with it, is getting through it. And now what's coming is literally a happy, happy family, happy times, coming together with the people that you love, really doing something that's exciting. It looks like whatever's coming in is balancing. It's going to be a balanced, balanced emotionally, balanced in every way, with somebody that you enjoy being with. It'll be great. It looks like the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. So it's like all of the hurtful things and all the things that you've gone through in the past has made you realize, different things and aspects in your life and what you needed to, change about yourself or see about yourself and situations. And it seems like you've made the change. And now that you did that, like the Wheel of Fortune is bringing all these good things in your life, so again, you just have to be open to receive it, and so it is coming in fast. Okay. It's coming in fast, and some of you might not even expect it. Okay. It could be, a decision that you have to make. Actually, I think it's going to be an easy decision. This came inverted. Okay. And Two of Swords is about making a choice. This one looks like, it feels like too, that it's going to be an easy choice. It's going to be an easy decision. It's like whenever you meet this person, whenever you talk to this person, it's going to be like, that's the one, when you know. Okay. And it's not going to be heartbreaking. Okay. So it's not going to be the Three of Swords that it had been in the past. It's going to be a change. It's going to be, like an abundant thing emotionally. And it's literally going to be something that you've never experienced before, which is good. So it seems like, things all around it are changing for a lot of people in the best ways. All right, one more here. Okay. So we have the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So this is about a journey and setting off to go do things with somebody that you want. It looks like something that you really want to do. It's like you put the past behind you and you're moving forward, and you're just sitting there waiting for the love to return. It's like you're not going out and looking for love, like love is finding you, which is really cool. Okay. Next we have is the Knight of Cups. So it seems like it could be coming in really fast. Okay, so this is like an emotional message that's going to come in really fast. But the thing is strong and secure, and this person knows what they want in life. It's like they also, I feel, have had hardships too, like many of us have. Okay, but it looks like they've learned from them. Okay, and they know what they want in life, and they're not about playing games. They don't like to play games. They don't like, to do any of that. And it looks like there's fish. Kind of like koi fish. Okay, so that's like very intelligent. So this person could be like a spiritual person or emotionally intelligent, somebody who knows themselves. They use their intuition, and they are somebody... Now, this Knight of Cups is a really quick card. This is a very fast moving card, okay? And the horse, too, is white. So it's like innocent. So this person is loyal, trustworthy, and things like that, Okay, so... we're going to see what advice we have about this situation that's coming in, okay? Okay, so we have the Eight of Wands. Okay, so it seems like there's... let me get some clarity on this. Okay, so it seems like you could potentially block it. You could possibly block this situation. Okay, you could be thinking or having, some kinds of doubt or thinking that we've got the Six of Swords. So you're moving past, painful hardships, but it almost feels with this card, the Eight of Wands, that there's almost some doubt that, questioning if this is going to be the right person or opportunity for you in your life. And it's like you're almost afraid that it's going to end up in the same situation. Well, and it doesn't seem like it. It seems like this person is actually a very caring person, and they would literally give you the shirt off of their back and then some. It's a very caring and loving person. Somebody who I feel is in it for the long run, as long as you are. So as long as you're in for it, they're going to probably be in for it too. So, which is cool. It wasn't really advice though. I guess the advice is don't doubt yourself, because things are going to work out. World card, things are going to work out. Okay, so you're going to have somebody that supports you in your travels. I guess you're traveling. If you travel, support you with your endeavors, your travels. I feel like they like to travel. They're ambitious. Oh, look, it's going to be a loving person. You're going to have a very loving soul connection that's going to be out of this world. Okay, a out of this world love connection. And Knight of Pentacles, it's also going to be very abundant. It's going to bring a lot of abundance and creativity into your life. So this person's also going to inspire you. They're going to spark that inspiration of creation in you, and they're really going to make you see a part of yourself that maybe you didn't see before, which is cool. Next we have is the Ace of Swords. So again, this is somebody who is really confident. It's somebody who knows themselves, and whatever they have to say is very knowledgeable, but very supportive, and they're very, I don't want to say stubborn, but they're very secure in what they say, what their decisions are, So the advice here for this is to not hide your feelings. Don't hide the way you feel. Don't hide who you are, and literally just be your authentic self. Don't be afraid of, this card also could be about you speaking your truth. Okay, you speaking your truth. Don't hide who you are. Don't, try to be somebody that you're not, thinking that you're going to impress somebody. Okay, so, that's funny, because I think I said the Moon card earlier. So there's what is that, a crawdad? Oh, you know what? This is the pillars in that other card of the Death card, the pillars with the sun in the middle. That's funny. Okay, so, you have nothing to be afraid of as long as you're your authentic self, and you're just, not overthinking and second guessing yourself, and you're choosing to make good decisions, and, you're not trying to be somebody you're not. This person's going to love you for who you are authentically, not who you're trying to be. So just pay attention to that. Okay, last card here. I think that's it. Okay. So we got the Seven of Swords. So don't make it a burden. Don't overthink it. Don't, look, this person's kind of got the swords on the ground. They're, the fighting's done, okay? But don't try to, sneak away with not being honest, okay? Because we've got the Seven of Cups here too. So there's a lot of beautiful opportunities, okay? Just whatever you're doing, just make sure that you take that time to really sit with yourself and see if it is the right decision you're making. Just don't second guess yourself, like your intuition and everything like that. If your intuition's telling you something, just trust it, okay? Because sometimes we can get stuck in the head space or the mind space and second guess things and really cause ourselves to overthink or be too confident, in ourselves, where, we end up thinking about the situation more than actually using our intuition, feeling it into it. And, it could cause some internal confusion and conflict. So just make sure to, drink plenty of water. Drink plenty of water. I need to also drink some water. Okay, so next we have is focus. So focus on yourself. Focus on, grounding and love card. Okay, so focus on grounding yourself. Okay, focus on the love that you have for yourself, the love that you have for others. Make the decision that you need to. Fertility, work on focusing on the things that you're creating. Continue to go on with whatever endeavor that you're going on to, whatever thing you're doing, and take leadership. Take leadership of your life to make the decisions in both career and love that bring you happiness. Don't just settle. You don't have to settle. Don't settle for anything less than what you feel you deserve. And as long as you trust yourself and just allow your heart and your soul to guide you, and not other people's words, because again, you're not here to make other people happy. You're also here to make yourself happy. Okay, so take leadership and focus on that. Ground your energy, drink lots of water, continue to do the things that you love and that you're passionate about. Everything seems to be working out okay. It doesn't seem like there's anything going on. Just don't have self-doubt, and trust in the process. Continue releasing whatever work that you're releasing on, because we will be getting into the time of manifestation here. I feel like in a few days, it could be 4 days or something, I don't know. I think 4 days I'm feeling is the energy that supports manifestation, because we're still going through the releasing stuff. So make sure you're not, overdoing yourself to exhaustion. Just take your time doing things. Don't, feel like you need to take, and like that one card, what is it, Seven of Swords. Don't feel like you need to carry the whole burden by yourself, because you don't have to. There's people around you, the energies around you are also supporting you, and just put yourself in situations that also make you happy. Just do that, and you got this. Take one step at a time, and you can do whatever you choose to do. It's your life. You're the magician. So have fun until next time. See ya.